Gun violence in Canada is an ongoing issue. Now, the number of shootings rises and falls, but they have remained consistently high over the past several years, leaving thousands of families in grief and entire communities paralyzed in fear.
I used to come down here and put flowers up and post the posters, and within like a couple weeks they would take them down. So I just stopped.
Here is outside a dinner club in Toronto's Liberty Village, where Evelyn Fox's son Kissinger was shot and killed on September 11th, 2016. He wasn't the intended target.
I honestly did not think that this would be my story, that this would be my life, that it would be my son that would be a victim of someone shooting into a crowd of people.
Kissinger's murder remains unsolved.
They are shooting out of cars, they're shooting in public places. They don't care because they know that nobody's going to say anything. They think they're not going to get caught.
How hard is it to find a gun?
Not hard. You just got to find the right people. They're everywhere.
Dwayne Beckford has spent more than half of his life behind bars, and almost always because of guns.
It's not hard to find. Everybody has them. It's like I said, it's scary how much there is out there right now, how easily accessible they are. Kids have them.
It's a really big problem. There's everything you can think of, from the $80 rental that may be like a 30-year-old sawed-off shotgun that you can buy for as low as $200 to, AK-47s, AR-15s.
Marcel Wilson used to be involved in organized crime. Now he heads up the One by One movement, a think tank aimed at curbing extreme violence by helping youth avoid and get out of gangs.
What do you mean rent? Like you're literally going up to somebody and you're saying, can I borrow it for the night?
Yeah, here's for $80. You go do what you got to do with it and come back. So they're not even worried about getting caught with the weapon with X amount of bodies on it. That doesn't even matter anymore.
In 2010, there were 259 shootings in Toronto, resulting in 70 injuries and deaths. Fast forward a decade, and that number has jumped to 462 shootings and 217 injuries and deaths.
We are seeing more firearms in the street, definitely, than we ever have before.
Matthews heads up the Toronto Police Guns and Gangs Unit, and while they have made some high-profile arrests, the police can't keep up with the gun traffic on the street.
It's a huge market. As we seize firearms, it's creating a market for more firearms type of idea. So we're doing the best we can to get in front of it and get the guns off the street. But when we take guns off the street, it just creates a vacuum where more firearms have to come in.
There's no G code, so to speak. There's no codes anymore. Anything goes now.
The end result is broken communities, broken families, and lives lived in fear.
These people have been terrified by people in their community, terrorized by people, so they're afraid. They're afraid to say anything because of the retaliation type of thing. But, it has to stop somewhere, right?
Now, it isn't just what's happening on the streets, but what's happening online fueling the gunfire. Tomorrow on The Gun Chase, we explore the surprising role that social media plays when it comes to guns and gangs.